Hello friends, this is Satvinder Bhatia from Sukhmani Immigration Services, Brampton, Canada. I am a regulated and licensed Canadian immigration consultant. Today, very excited because I am sharing something very unique with you. This information is practically not available in detail. So I'm sharing this detailed information with you. What is the topic? What is the information? I'll share everything with you. But before that, a small request. If you are new to the channel and have not subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing. We talk a lot about Canadian immigration news, update, tips, tricks on this channel. If you like the video, please share it with your family and friends so that they can also benefit. Please remember, this channel is dedicated to Canadian immigration. So anything happening on Canadian immigration, you will get it here. So without further delay, let's move on to a very important topic, which is about the 10 reasons for spousal sponsorship refusal. Now, spousal sponsorship refusal, there could be many more reasons, but I am highlighting the 10 most common reasons. There could be more than that, but just the 10 reasons I am highlighting, and these are top 10 reasons. So let us look at it one by one. The first reason is, of course, the forms which we fill, the forms which IRCC take. This is the major culprit. Forms are incomplete, and sometimes the incomplete information is there. Sometimes the forms are wrongly filled. The information is not filled in the right place. Wrong sections are filled. One very important thing, sometimes people are not aware there is a latest version. As an immigration consultant, we do get this latest versions, but sometimes people fill the old version and the information is correct, the forms are filled correctly, but it is the wrong form. So that is why it gets rejected. And people forget to sign the forms. You have to sign the forms, which people do forget. So forms, the major culprit. Moving on to point number two, which is documentation. So in immigration, the golden rule of thumb is documentation, documentation, documentation. Yes, that is the rule. But documentation is something which is always missing. So missing the necessary detail, proof of relationship is missing, genuinity of the relationship is not shown, and the wedding invitations, the photos, that are not shown. And sometimes even the evidence of cohabitation. So cohabitation means you are living at the same place. That evidence is also not shown. So documentation is the key point, and because of this, many refusals happen. So next is sponsor is ineligible. The eligibility of the sponsor is very important. I have discussed all these things in one of my video. I'll share the link. That is about what is spousal sponsorship and what is eligibility. So I'll share the link with you here on this. But in short, a spousal sponsorship, a sponsor need to be eligible. Eligibility is that he should be of a particular age, which is 18, and then he should not have these things, that he should not have failed to pay an immigration loan. He should, he should have failed to provide the basic needs. He is not under a removal order, and he is not in jail or any kind of prison, or he has not received any social assistance other than the disability, and he has not filed any bankruptcy. Lastly, he has not convicted for a violent or sexual crime. So these are few things which make the sponsor ineligible. Not only the sponsor, but the applicant also. The person who is inviting and the person who is coming, both need to be eligible. So if the applicant who is coming is ineligible, what is ineligibility for the applicant? So he may have a criminal history. If he has a criminal history, the chances are application will be refused. He may have a significant health problem. The word is significant. Not that, oh, I have high blood pressure, I have sugar. No, that is not significant. Significant health problem which could put other people at risk. So security risk, if he has a past history of terrorism, or human rights violation. So if he has that, that are the chances of the refusal. Now, point number 5 are photos. This is such a common refusal, very, very common. Photos, sometimes people don't attach the photos. Sometimes the photos are incorrect. Sometimes they don't meet the specification. And sometimes the photos are missing the information. On the photos, on the back side of the photo, you have to have the photographer name, address, place, their telephone number, all these things should be there, plus the applicant name, date of birth, signatures. So if the photo is missing that information, that is also a reason for refusal. Now, another important thing, which is about translations. What is translation? So Canadian IRCC, Canadian government, IRCC only understand two language, French and English, nothing else. So if your certificate is in Hindi or Punjabi or Urdu, then it needs to be translated. If it needs to be translated, then not just the translations are missing, sometimes the certified translations are not there, sometimes the original copies are not there. So that is also a reason for refusal. So this is very important. You are asking for a service and you have to pay the cost of it. So the service, people forget to pay the fee or they pay the incorrect fee. In both cases, the refusal is there. So previous undertaking, what is the previous undertaking? So what happens if somebody sponsors a spouse, then he takes an undertaking that he or she will support the spouse for at least 3 years. If during that period, that is a kind of a contractual period. So during that period, if you move on to another spouse, then you can't do that because your previous undertaking is not complete yet. So you cannot do that till the time your previous undertaking is completed. That is the most important thing. Now, another reason for refusal is, this is very, very important. Please watch this carefully, because this not only leads to refusal but also to ban your application. So misrepresentation. So people need to provide accurate information. That's very important. Honest and accurate information is required. If misrepresentation accidental or deliberate, knowingly or unknowingly, if you do a misrepresentation, the chances are your application is rejected and you could be also banned. So misrepresentation is another reason. Now, marriage of convenience. Marriage of convenience, if visa officer finds that the application you have put is not a genuine marriage, it is a marriage of convenience, then they can not only ban that but also deny that. So that is very important. You should show the sufficient evidences that this is a genuine marriage. So that's about the 10 important things which can lead to the refusal of spousal application. Why this happens? Mostly, what is the reason? Mostly because people do that DIY, do it yourself. Well, this is not a plumbing thing. This is not a carpenter thing. Please don't experiment. This is a matter, a very important matter. So please don't experiment. And that is one of the major reasons why people see refusals. They are unaware of that. So sometimes they do it themselves or do it yourself. Sometimes they take advice of their friends or families. The third is even worse. The third is really worse, which is unauthorized agents. So when you take the help of those unauthorized agents, and if the success is not there, you will see their offices get burned, they fly away. All this is happening. So my friend, be wise. Take a wise decision. Reach out to the genuine people. So the reason why all this happened, because they are unaware of the laws. They don't know which section it is, which section of the law is dealing with, what is the rule, what is the regulations, nothing. They don't know anything. and lack of knowledge. Of course, this is one of the major reason of the refusals, and they don't have the expertise, they don't have the experience in these kind of things. So this is one of the major reasons why spousal applications refusal happens. Why this happens? Right in front of you. Now, another question which is there is, what will happen after the rejection is there? What are your options? Your only option is appeal to IAD, Immigration Appeal Division, and you have to appeal to IAD. But this is also not for every case. Inland spousal application, there is no appeal. Outland spousal applications, you can appeal to IAD. Now, who can appeal for you? That's a very good question. Who can appeal for you after the refusal is done? Can food blogger do that? Can daily blogger do that? Can travel blogger do that? My friend, they are themselves, half of them are not even a permanent resident here in Canada. Half of them are mostly, if you ask them what is your status, they will say, yeah, we are visitors or we are on spousal open work permit. They are not themselves the permanent residents. How can they help you? They are not authorized. And unauthorized OJ agents, they also cannot help you. And this one will be shocking. Even RCICs cannot help you. Yes, even RCICs are not authorized to appeal. Even RCICs are also not authorized to appeal. Then who is authorized? Who is authorized and who can help you to appeal? Only RCIC's IRB. I have the designation, RCIC IRB designation. Only those people are allowed, or the lawyers are allowed to appeal for you. Otherwise, nobody can do that. Simple. So before even jumping, please check the designation of the person. Please check the designation of the person. You are asking him to do something, he is not even authorized to do that. So please check the designation, then go forward with it. So with that, I always say each case is different, each situation is different. You need to discuss your own case with us, more than welcome. You can book an appointment. Our one and only office is located in Brampton. Address, email ID, phone number, everything is shared right here with you. Very important. If you have still not subscribed to the channel, please do consider subscribing. Our team puts lots of efforts in bringing all this information to you. Thank you very much for watching the video. Thanks.